From Walden by Henry David Thoreau. Where I lived and what I lived for.
We highlight this because it's the title of our section and it's very important to the writing.
When first I took up my abode,
which is a vocab word, so we highlighted it.
In the woods, that is, began to spend my nights as well as days there, which by accident was on Independence Day, or the 4th of July, 1845. My house was not finished for winter, but was merely a defense against the rain, without plastering or chimney, the walls being of rough, weather-stained boards with wide chinks, which made it cool at night. The upright white hewn studs and freshly planed door and window casings give it a clean and airy look, especially in the morning when its timbers were saturated with dew, so that I fancied that by noon some sweet gum
We didn't really understand what they meant by sweet gum, so we circled it.
would exude from them.
And also, when he talked about his living, we thought it was like very rough and like a hard place to hard way to live, so we thought that was important, so we wrote that in the margin and put an arrow towards it.
The only house I had been the owner of before, if I except a boat, was a tent, which I used occasionally when making excursions in the summer. And this is still rolled up in my garret, but the boat, after passing from hand to hand, has gone down the stream of time.
We underlined that because we thought that was very important and it was an analogy. And we didn't think he literally meant a stream of time, and we thought we should go into more depth about that.
With this more substantial shelter about me, I had some progress towards settling in the world.
And then I think that a lot of people can make connections to this section because a lot of people go camping and do things outside, like hikes and stuff.
For the first week, whenever I looked out on the pond, it impressed me like a tarn.
Which was also a vocab word, so we highlighted it.
High up on the side of a mountain, its bottom far above the surface of other lakes, and as the sun rose, I saw it throwing off its nightly clothing of mist.
And then I think that was a lot of personification because it made it seem like the mist had clothes.
And here and there, by degrees, its soft ripples or its smooth reclining surface was revealed by the mists like ghosts.
And that was a simile, and we thought it was a very different simile that you don't hear a lot, so we thought that we should think more about it.
We're stealthily withdrawing in every direction into the woods, as at the breaking up of some nocturnal conventicle, the very dew seemed to hang upon the trees later into the day than usual, as on the sides of a mountain.
And then conventicle was also a vocab word.
Every morning was a cheerful invitation to make my life of equal simplicity, and I may say innocence with nature herself.
And then I thought it was good how they made nature sound like a real person, like Mother Nature. So it said herself.
I got up early and bathed in the pond. That was a religious exercise.
And we underline that because does he literally mean a religious exercise or what he does every day? And so we want to kind of emphasize that.
And one of the best things which I did the morning is the most memorable season of the day.
And then I don't think that that's really what a lot of people look forward to, so it was different how he likes the morning the best.
I went to the woods because I wish to live deliberately.
And to live deliberately, that could be interpreted in many different ways. Does he literally want to live deliberately, or does he mean it on a different type of level?
To front only the essential facts of life and see if I could not learn what it had to teach, and not, when I came to die, discover that I had not lived. I did not wish to live. What was life? Living is so dear.
And that was a really deep passage. I think it showed a lot, and it made us think about different things.
Nor did I wish no practice resignation unless it was quite necessary. I wanted to live deep and suck out all of the... Some of the words are cut off on this page, but role of life. To live so sturdily and Spartan, to rout all that was not life, to cut roads swath and have clothes to drive life a corner and reduce it to its lowest terms.
And we highlighted that because we thought, and we wrote main idea in the margin because we thought that was kind of like the main idea, what he's getting across, like to live life to like the barest essentials and only need, like use what you need.
If it is proved to be mean, why then to get whole and genuine meanness of it and lish its meanness to the world, or of it were time to know it by experience and be able to live a true account of it in my next excursion. For most men, it appears to me, are in the uncertainty about it, whether it is of devil or of God, and have somewhat has concluded that it is the chief end of man to glorify God and enjoy Him forever.
And we wrote like repetition of God in this because like he repeated the word God twice, and like it shows kind of the importance of religion throughout this. And does he like literally mean like God, or like does he mean like a higher power?
And it seems like people don't really talk about God as much when in literature and stuff, so I think it was funny how they did that. It was different.
Till we live meanly like ants, our life is